Hello YouTube, welcome to my unboxing video of the Nest Cam. This is a product I've been in two minds whether or not to purchase. I'm a big fan of the Nest products. The first product was the Nest Learning Thermostat, which if you check out my YouTube you will see an unboxing video of. The second product was the Nest Protect Smoke and Carbon Monoxide Detectors. Again, I have an unboxing and demo video on YouTube of that. And this Nest Cam is their third product. Now, the first two products were great. They reinvented that kind of genre. They're quite innovative and they're great products. The Nest Cam, I'm not too sure about. IP cameras have been on the market for many years, and this one is, compared to the others on the market, is quite highly priced, along with their subscription service, which that's the reason why this product is getting mixed reviews on Amazon. It retails at £159, which is the high end of this market for these IP cameras. Now, my first problem with that is that in America it's $199, I believe, something like that, which equates to £129. So that's my first problem. Now, I didn't pay that for this. I waited. It's only been out a week at the moment, and I waited for someone to return it on Amazon, and I bought a second-hand one, which saved me £20. Now, like I said, I've only been out a week. Now, what else can I say about this? Nothing else in the box, just moulded inside. And there we have it. There's the Nest Cam. Now, if I'm right in saying this pops out. This is solid metal with a magnetic base. That clips in quite tightly. It can be rotated round like that. And it does. Wasn't sure if it rotated on that pedal base there. If you can see that. So it can be rotated at all angles. So you can. Yeah, okay. It feels solid enough. So there's the camera. What else do we have in here? Another bit of mould. USB cable. Warning, strangulation hazard. Okay. How long is that? That is 10 meters apparently. And it is just a standard USB to USB. I think that's a B, is it? Or micro, I don't know. Standard USB cable anyway. Quite thick length. We have a plug. And screw plate. So this is a wall screw plate. And 3 screws. Well, there's 3 in there. I only have 2 in my hand. And nothing else. We have some literature. Ready, steady, go. So already set going. Stuff there. The more you nest, the better it gets. And a warranty card. Nothing in there about Nest Aware. Okay, this video clip is me setting up the Nest camera. It says on the box it takes 10 minutes to do. It actually took me about an hour and a half to do. It was an absolute nightmare. I couldn't set up the Nest camera using the barcode on the back of the Nest, which is meant to be the easy, quick way of doing it. I had to ring up tech support. They were really helpful, answered the phone real quickly, spoke to a human being, but even they couldn't fathom out what the problem was. So this is me scanning the barcode on the back of the Nest camera. And there we go. And then you follow the instructions on the iPad or the iPhone. It gives you a little warning message saying how to set it up and stuff like that. This is the part now where it's trying to connect to my Wi-Fi, and it just did it for ages. And you can see a little blue flashing light on the top of the Nest camera. That is meant to be a solid green. It found my Wi-Fi network fine, typed in my password, and then you meant to turn the Nest on and turn it off again, turn it off, turn it on again, and it's meant to connect. I must have tried this about 20 times, didn't work. I think one of the problems was, I don't know if it was the problem, but one of the problems was I was trying to, rather than use the provided power cable, I was using a smaller cable and taking the power from the back of my router, using the USB port in the back of my router and connecting it to the Nest camera. The Nest camera lit up, which seemed to work fine, but I don't think there was enough power there to make the Wi-Fi work. And I think that was what the problem was, because once I used the provided cable, plugged it into the mains outlet, worked fine. So with all the problems I had, I couldn't use the preferred method of setup. So this next video is me connecting the Nest camera directly into my computer and using the software that's on the Nest camera to install and connect to my Wi-Fi and set it up. So here we are. I plugged in the Nest Cam directly into the back of the computer and then launched the app that's on the Nest Cam. So I click start, use my current Nest account, select a Wi-Fi network, type in my Wi-Fi password. The camera seems to disconnect. Read the safety information. Disconnect the camera from your computer and plug it into where it should be plugged in. So if I disconnect the cable, click next and see if that reboots up, and I should, if everything goes okay, get a green constant light. Yep, green constant light. Choose camera location, it's going to be downstairs, and view the video feed. Fantastic. That's not too bad, is it? Just the camera. Bring it forward. Yeah, one thing I will say is that USB cable is very sensitive. Very sensitive indeed. Not my best picture, is it? The USB cable that goes into the back of the Nest Cam is very sensitive. It just needs a knock and a whittle, and a whittle, is that a word? I'm not going to wobble, and it easily dislocates.
Okay, so this is me just playing around with it for the first time. First of all, I go into full screen mode on my web browser. And now I'm going to start setting around with the motion zones. So I drag the box into a doorway. So that's like zone 1. And then I can select another zone. Add that to the other doorway. And stretch it as well. Customize it to the shape of the doorway. While the cat in the bottom right hand corner plays with the box.
I like that. Right, let's launch the Nest app on the iPad. It's pretty much the same on the iPhone. First of all, we're greeted with our Nest homepage, and what you can see is the picture of the camera is actually a live feed. It's not just a thumbnail, which is quite impressive. Thank you, Louise, for spoiling my recording. So let's just click on it. And there we are. That's me with a slight delay of maybe 10-15 seconds. Tap on the screen and we get all these features. First of all, it's the camera. In the bottom left, I'm going to click on the microphone. You can hear bing bong, and then I just talk and it comes through the camera. And a bing bong to say I'm finished. And it's loud enough, it's not massive, but it works. The next icon along next to the speaker is the first zoom, then enhance. Is that it? Pinch to zoom, is that it? Yeah, pinch to zoom, zooms in, and then we have like a cropped image with digital enhancement, whatever that means. Not bad. Click that to take it off. And zoom out. God, I'm thinning on top. Right, what else do we have? We have a rewind. So we've got rewind, pause and playback features down there. And then to the bottom right we have some kind of clock, which I would imagine is a schedule. Oh no, it's a view history.
Yep, so this is just a little brief history. I like the way that it expands out and you get the motions within the feed. So what have we done today? Let's have a look. Well, this is a bit embarrassing. I've come out the kitchen, I go into the living room, and I grab a roll of kitchen roll, whatever for. Wipe my mouth. That's a bit strange. If we look further down in history and click on another one, you can see that just before that last event, I walked out with a pizza. So it's catching the snippets of motion that it detects. And here's the history viewer on Safari on the internet. It works really well. It's really quick to jump between clips and stuff throughout your day. Oh, it's tea time. As you can see, the video motion is really good. Picture quality is brilliant. Excuse me. And then you can skim along the bottom timeline and just jump between clips, and that was so quick to load. Here's another feature, time-lapsing. Just drag the bar along the bottom and click save, and you can create a time-lapse. That'll process in the background and just check the videos at a later date once it's finished processing. You can download them onto your computer or share them with friends. At the end of this YouTube video, you can watch a time-lapse of about 5 hours worth, condensed into 2 minutes, of me creating and editing this very clip.
Top right we have settings. So camera on and off, home and away. So when you're at home it'll stop recording, when you're away it will start recording. Schedule, customize when your camera will turn on and off during the day. So it turns on when you go to work and turns off when you're at home. Image quality, 1080p, night vision, auto. Right. Rotate image. Let's rotate it. See what happens. And there's the rotate image. Video access private. Only you can see the video. You can make it public at nest.com. Okay. Talk and listen chimes. Status light. Sound. Where. Notifications.
One thing I would like to see is push notifications scheduled, because at the moment I'm getting a lot of notifications at home saying there's activity. I don't really want to go into the app and turn the camera off or turn notifications off. I want it to do that for me automatically when I'm not at home. Right, so what's my conclusion on this? Well, I've only had it running for a couple of hours. It's a great device. The initial setup was a nightmare. I just hope that I was unlucky. The picture quality is brilliant. The pinch to zoom is a nice feature. The two-way conversation is a nice feature. The night vision quality is pretty good. But it's expensive. It needs to come down by another 30 or 40 pound in my opinion, and the subscription service is just gonna alienate so many people. I think what they're counting on is people who are in the Nest ecosystem, because people who are in the Nest ecosystem are gonna think twice before buying it, and you don't want that. Right, thanks for watching. Check out my other Nest product reviews, the thermostat and the Nest Protect. Check back in a few months when I will do an updated review and see how I'm getting on with it. Until then, bye bye.